Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Announcing the arrival of Yang Berhormat Datuk Sri Utama Haji Muhammad bin Haji Hassan, Minister of Defence. Salam sejahtera and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Your attention, please. Welcome to Kemas Range, and here are a few announcements to ensure your safety and the smooth conduct of the training today. May I first invite everyone, ladies and gentlemen, to take your seats as we await the arrival of His Majesty Sri Paduka Baginda Yang Dipertuan Agong. Once again, may I invite all of you all to take your respective seats as we await the arrival of His Majesty the King. Meanwhile, please switch off your phones or set it at silent mode throughout this event. Kindly remain seated and please protect your ears during the firing. Please rise at the arrival of His Majesty ke bawah duli Yang Maha Mulia Sri Paduka Baginda Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Thank you. Mohon perhatian kepada semua tetamu jemputan, anggota dan pegawai yang berada di hadapan grandstand. Sila ambil tempat duduk masing-masing dan kosongkan ruang di hadapan grandstand. Mohon perhatian kepada semua tetamu jemputan dan semua anggota dan pegawai yang berada di hadapan grandstand OB3. Sila ambil tempat duduk masing-masing dan kosongkan ruangan di hadapan grandstand. Terima kasih. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. The young Tanagong is passing through the Kemas range. Announcing the arrival of His Majesty Sri Paduka Baginda Yang Di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Mustafa Billah Shah, Ibni Almarhum Sultan Haji Ahmad Shah Al-Musta'inillah, Supreme Commander of the Malaysian Armed Forces. Ampun tuanku, beribu-ribu ampun, sembah patik pohon di ampun. Menghadap ke bawah duli yang maha mulia Sri Paduka Baginda Yang Di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah, Ibni Almarhum Sultan Haji Ahmad Shah Al-Musta'inillah. Patik mohon berkenan ke bawah duli yang maha mulia Sri Paduka Baginda tuanku untuk meneruskan acara dalam bahasa Inggeris. Ampun tuanku. Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning and selamat datang to Gemas Range, the premier Malaysian Army firing range, to witness the Firepower Training 2023. You are now on live firing. Do not leave your seats and do protect your ears. To seek blessing from the Almighty God, we now invite Major General Dato' Haji Muhammad Rashid bin Bujai to recite the doa.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahilladzi lam yattakhiz walada wa lam yakul lahu syarikun fil mulk ولم يكن له ولي من الذل وكبره تكبيرا والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم إنا نتوجه الشكر على ما أنعمت علينا من النعم بمنك وكرمك يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. Ya Allah, Tuhan yang Maha mendengar setiap permohonan dan permintaan. Pada hari yang penuh bersejarah ini, kami menandatangani memohon limpah perkenan-Mu agar latihan kuasa tembakan tahun 2023 bersama bawah duli yang maha mulia Sri Paduka Baginda Yang Di-Pertuan Agong disertai dengan siraman keberkatan dan dilindungi dengan bayangan kerahmatan darimu yang berpanjangan. Allahumma ya khaliqul bari'ul musawwir lahul asma'ul husna wa sifatukal uzma an tahfaza bi'aini inayatika rabbaniyah. Ya Allah, kami sekalian hamba-hambamu memohon doa merapak sembah dengan segala kerendahan hati kami, berpaksikan sifat kudrat dan iradatmu yang maha perkasa lagi bijaksana. Semoga kami sekalian sentiasa diserami semangat kepahlawanan dan keperwiraan yang gagah perkasa dalam mempertahankan kedaulatan agama bangsa dan negara. Siramilah dalam setiap hati sanubari kami ini akan nilai kesetiaan dan semangat juang yang kental, agar jiwa raga ini kami tadah dan pertaruhkan demi keutuhan sebuah institusi raja yang berdaulat dan kesejahteraan rakyat seluruhnya. Allahumma ya Hanan ya Manan ya badi as-samawati wal ardi ya zal jalali wal ikram. Allahumma ya Allah, dengan nama-Mu yang maha agung, Engkau kurniakanlah keselamatan, inayah, taufik dan hidayah-Mu kepada raja kami yang dikasihi, ke bawah duli yang maha mulia, Sri Paduka Baginda yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Abdullah Ayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah, Ibni Al-Marhum Sultan Haji Ahmad Shah Al-Musta'in Billah. Jua ke bawah duli yang maha mulia, Sri Paduka Baginda Raja Permaisuri Agung Tunku Azizah Aminah Maimunah Iskandariyah binti Almarhum Al-Mutawakkil Allah Sultan Iskandar Al-Hajj, dan ke bawah duli yang maha mulia, Pemangku Raja Pahang Tengku Mahkota Tengku Hasanah Ibrahim Alam Shah Ibni Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah. Limpahkanlah jua kesejahteraan dan rahmat-Mu kepada yang amat mulia putera-puteri baginda, kerabat-kerabat diraja, para pemimpin serta rakyat sekaliannya. Allahumma inna nas'aluka an taghfira lana wa tarhamana wa tatuba alaina wa tu'afiyana min jami'il bala'i wal balwa innaka ala kulli syai'in qadir. Allahumma inna na'udzubika minal barasi wal junun wal juzam wa min sayyi'il asqam. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adzaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Dato'. We now invite Yang Berbahagia General Tan Sri Dato' Sri Muhammad bin Abdul Rahman, Chief of Army, to deliver the welcoming speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ampun Tuanku beribu-ribu ampun, sembah patik pohon diampun. Menghadap ke bawah duli yang maha mulia, Sri Paduka Baginda yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah, Ibni Almarhum Sultan Haji Ahmad Shah Al-Musta'in Billah. Menghadap ke bawah duli yang maha mulia, Pemangku Raja Pahang Tengku Mahkota Tengku Hasanal Ibrahim Alamsyah, Ibni Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah. Terlebih dahulu, dengan penuh hormat dan takzimnya, patut memanjatkan setinggi-tinggi kesyukuran kehadrat Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala kerana dengan limpah kurnia dan inayahnya, latihan kuasa tembakan tahun 2023 dapat dilangsungkan pada hari ini. Patut dan sekalian hadirin, merafak sembah menjunjung kasih atas limpah perkenan ke bawah Duli Yang Maha Mulia Seri Paduka Baginda Tuanku Bercemar Duli berangkat bagi menyaksikan latihan kuasa tembakan tahun ini. Patut mohon perkenan ke bawah Duli Yang Maha Mulia Seri Paduka Baginda Tuanku untuk memulakan ucapan patut dalam bahasa Inggeris. Ampun Tuanku. The Honourable Datuk Seri Utama Haji Muhammad bin Haji Hassan, Minister of Defence Malaysia. The Honourable General Tan Sri Datuk Seri Haji Effendi bin Buang, RAMF, Chief of Defence Force Malaysia. The Honourable Inspector General Tan Sri Razaruddin bin Hussein, Inspector General of Police Malaysia. The Honourable Datuk Dr. Shahrazad binti Haji Ahmad, Deputy Secretary General Development, Acting Secretary General Ministry of Defence Malaysia. Tan Sri Datuk Panglima Defence Attaches, Senior Officers, Regimental Sergeant Majors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Welcome to the Firepower Training 2023. This year's training holds a special significance as we are privileged to have the eminent presence of His Majesty Seri Paduka Baginda The Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Allow patut to take this opportunity to express my deepest gratitude to Your Majesty and all esteemed guests for gracing us with your presence here today. It is a testament to the significance of this annual training event and the value it carries in our effort to ensure a formidable and reputable force. We are profoundly grateful that the Malaysian Army, along with our esteemed comrades, the Royal Malaysian Navy and the Royal Malaysian Air Force, have displayed unwavering resilience and steadfastness in safeguarding the sovereignty of our nation. Irrespective of the challenges faced, we remain resolute in our commitment to train and equip ourselves to stay true to our calling as military men and women. The firepower training serves as a platform where the synergy of the man, machine and method is tested and executed with the highest degree of professionalism and dedication. Ampun Tuanku, Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as a military organization, it is imperative that our operations and training are guided by a clear approach or objective that leads us towards achieving our mission and vision. In this regard, the firepower training for this year has been thoroughly planned and executed to realize the first two pillars of my order of the day: readiness and organizational sustainability. Our goal is to develop the Malaysian Army into a force that possesses optimal readiness, ensuring the solidity of the organization and the ability to leverage its full range of capabilities and combat power to defend sovereignty and protect national interests. This endeavor aligns seamlessly with the requirements outlined in the Defence White Paper, which emphasizes the progressive development of our defence capabilities in response to contemporary security demands. Furthermore, it effectively complements the strategic plan of the Ministry of Defence, particularly the first core, which underscores the importance of being prepared and capable of defending the nation under all circumstances. Within this context, firepower training is designed to efficiently and effectively enhance the war fighting skills of our troops. It depicts a tactical scenario involving the deployment of a combined arms division in an offensive operation as a part of a joint task force setup. The segments showcased today are interconnected, reflecting the deployment of a combat element within the divisional operational framework and encompassing both deep and close areas. It serves as a testament to the meticulous synchronization of our weaponry, equipment, and vehicles in the Army's inventory and the strategic manner in which they are deployed to accomplish the mission objectives. Ampun Tuanku, Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is Patek's sincere hope that Your Majesty, along with all those present here today, will have the opportunity to witness and personally experience the profound impact, lethality, and precision of our combined firepower. This showcase will provide a deep insight into the intricacies of combined arms fire and the art of maneuver on the battlefield. The demonstration signifies the highest level of integration, synchronization, and cohesion across all skill sets, showcasing the exceptional abilities of our drivers, gunners, crews, and commanders. Lastly, Patek would like to thank Major General Datuk Rashidin Hashimi bin Abdul Rashid, Commander of the 3rd Infantry Division, for his relentless efforts in coordinating and leading Firepower Training 2023. This remarkable event would also not have been possible without the invaluable contributions of the committee, staff, and every individual who played a direct or indirect role in bringing it to fruition. Their resilience, dedication, and tireless efforts have made this event a resounding success. With that said, Your Majesty, Tan Sri Datuk Datuk, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please sit back and get ready to immerse yourselves in the excitement, explosive power, and adrenaline of Firepower Training 2023 promises to deliver. Ampun Tuanku, beribu-ribu ampun, sembah Patik pohon diampun. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Gagah setia.
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri. Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we begin the Firepower Training 2023 with the dynamic segment. Allow me to provide a few important aspects of the training today. This segment will simulate a divisional offensive operation, cumulating the available weapon system capabilities currently in the Malaysian Army inventory. It is also aimed at demonstrating the capabilities and effects of these weapons with the required safety procedures taking precedence. For your information, throughout the firing, all vehicles have flags with green, red, and yellow colors signifying the following. The green flag indicates that the weapon is safe. The red flag that the weapon is armed and ready to fire, while the yellow flag indicates stoppages or malfunction on the weapon. Before we proceed any further, the targets that will be engaged from this position will be orientated. North is to your rear. As we are looking southward towards the far ground against the skyline is the legendary Mount Ledang. All the targets had been marked by numbers and will be indicated by firing. The All-Lincoln 35mm will engage targets number 1 and 7. The Wemtec 12.7mm heavy machine gun will engage targets number 2, 4 and 9. The AV 8x8 Gempita 25mm will engage targets number 5 and 6. The AV 8x8 Gempita 30mm will engage targets 3 and 8. From your location to target number 1, 380 meters. Target number 2, 405 meters. Target number 3, 995 meters. Target number 4, 440 meters. Target number 5, 460 meters. Target number 6, 590 meters. Target number 7, 735 meters. Target number 8, 570 meters. And target number 9, 290 meters. Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to provide a general scenario of the training today. For the purpose of this training, a simulation of a counter-offensive operation against an invading enemy is conducted. The enemy faced is an island country located at the northeast part of Malaysia, known as Lanun Land. The situation is a continuation of a conflict between Malaysia and Lanun Land due to issues such as economic, politics and recognition by the United Nations on its island claims. Having dominated the air line of communication and the sea line of communication, the Lanun Land forces landed and established its forward operational base on Tioman Island and eventually a beachhead at vicinity Jamalwang. The Lanun Land forces, spearheaded by the Expeditionary Force, is advancing from its beachhead towards Kluang and subsequently to Batu Pahat. Their mission is to annex Johor and gain control of the southern region of Malaysia. The advance is preceded by a reconnaissance operation to gather information on our friendly forces. The commander of Army Field Command West commanded the 3rd Combined Armed Division to carry out an offensive operation on the area of responsibility that has been granted. For this purpose, a battle group has been tasked to defend Johor and deny enemy mission to annex Johor. The operation is conducted through the initiation of the preliminary operations, whereby in this operation, the decisive events that are simulated include the sabotage operations by the Special Forces, the cavalry troop intelligence, surveillance and recon operations, air operations by the Army Aviation and Royal Malaysian Navy assets, and the eventual battle group attack. The 3rd Division acts as the main effort of the Army, with the assistance of Navy and Air Force assets, to defeat the Lanun Land Expeditionary Force. Before the commencement of an operation, battle procedure is implemented. This is an essential drill that can be conducted according to the time available. For the Army Aviation elements, in order to optimize the combined effect of the unit, the commanders and personnel involved in the air reconnaissance operation must be aware of the differences of characteristics, organization, capabilities, and limitations. Detailed planning and efficient combat support is conducted and ensured to enable it to implement any mission within its capabilities and remain as a vital asset to the formation commander. As for the artillery elements, providing continuous and effective fire support remains the highest priority in any operations. The operational requirements and missions at hand are well conveyed to every level of command. Preparations include allocation and demanding of ammunition for the period of operations, target distribution received from higher formation, identifying and predetermining gun positions, establishing fire coordination with other available fire units, and conducting deployment rehearsals. Rehearsals are a vital part of a battle procedure as it enables the crew to maintain the momentum and demands of the operations. In order to ensure that the armor elements, which is a major asset in the battle group, is ready and able to be deployed, a detailed and rigorous preparation of all systems and weapon platforms are conducted. The troops also conduct maneuver rehearsals, and the cavalry troops will begin their operations to conduct recon operations. The armor element is then deployed well forward as a covering force for the division's offensive operations. As the main effort and being the assaulting element, the mechanized infantry conducts the delivery of orders at every level to ensure the detailed mission, assessment of troops to task, operation requirements, and other aspects such as command and control. The vehicles and weapon systems are also ensured of its optimized function that is crucial to the success of the mission. While the Navy element, on the other hand, conducts preparation of ammunition and system checks to enable its function as a force multiplier in the battle group. Mission requirements are spelled out in the orders, and initial deployments are conducted to provide flank security and assault on enemy position in collaboration with the Army aviation units. While the Air Force elements, while continuing the routine combat air patrol, plans and allocates available fighter aircraft for the purpose of close air support and other operations. The type of fighter aircraft deployed depends on the mission requirement and the air threat present at any given time. Approaching from the right to take up position in front of the stage are 4 PT-91 Mpendeka main battle tank in staggered formation and 4 Malaysian infantry fighting vehicles with 1 Gempita armored command vehicle in diamond formation for the battle group commander to report.
Firepower Training 2023 consists of 2,660 personnel with multiple combat assets ready for the exercise. Permission to proceed, Tuanku. Ampun, Tuanku.
For information, the Commander Battle Group Eagle reporting in this segment was Lieutenant Colonel Azlan bin Zainul Abidin, Commanding Officer of 14th Royal Malay Regiment, Mechanized. Now please focus on the 2 Pendekas that will engage target number 7, protect your ears. Now making its entrance from the rear of the grandstand is the Augusta 109 Light Observation Helicopter, the Superlink Mark 100, the MD-530G, and the Eurocopter Fennec 2. Your Majesty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Firepower Training 2023. With that, we shall now commence with the training. We are now currently at the vicinity of Kahang, where the enemy targeted locality has been confirmed. Based on intelligence report gathered, an enemy high-value target has been sighted at vicinity target number 9. The commander assessed that it is crucial to the operations to deploy the rapid deployment force from the Para Brigade to conduct a raid in the deep area. The EC-725 is tasked to transport a section strength to the landing point to commence with the operations. The Para Brigade will execute a small unit operation through infiltration as part of a combined operation conducted simultaneously with the Special Forces operations to deny enemy ability to conduct your operations. The troop will then move to the enemy area at vicinity target number 9 on your right to conduct a raid on enemy location. The Special Forces Sniper Team has been tasked to eliminate the enemy high-value target at this location. This is a segment of sabotage of important targets such as air defense radar and communication systems carried out behind enemy positions through Special Forces operations by 21 GGK in order to disrupt the enemy. As you can see now, the Sniper Team is moving into their height position to execute the mission. Preparation is made to be in stealth mode and also have a clear line of fire. Enemy high-value target has been sighted at targets number 9, 4, and 6. Please focus on target number 9. A high-value target personnel will be engaged by the AX-308 7.62mm sniper anti-personnel. Now let's shift our focus to target number 4. The Sniper Team will destroy enemy radar assets with sniper rifle barrel 12.7mm anti-material. Finally, let's focus to target number 6, where the Sniper Team will engage the enemy command vehicle with the NTW 20mm. And that was an excellent shot by the snipers. After completing the mission, the Sniper Team will then withdraw to be redeployed and ready to conduct another operations on orders. A sniper is a military marksman who engages targets from positions of concealment or at distances exceeding the target's detection capabilities. Snipers generally have a specialized training and are equipped with high precision rifles and high magnification optics, and often serves as scouts or observers, feeding tactical information back to the units or command headquarters. In addition to long-range and high-grade marksmanship, military snipers are trained in a variety of special operation techniques: detection, stalking, target range estimation methods, camouflage, fieldcraft, infiltrations, special recon and observation, surveillance and target acquisition. Meanwhile, on at vicinity target number 9, the small unit operations from the 10th Para Brigade is storming the enemy location to neutralize the high-value target. The speed and agility of this section is highly crucial to ensure the success of this mission. This operation is carried out based on highly reliable intelligence provided through a detailed reconnaissance, surveillance and intelligence operations. The initiation by means of fast roping is rationalized by its speed, the small or limited space available, and able to deploy the troops at locations where aircrafts are not able to land. A raid is conducted to clear enemy position with aggressive action to execute bold and decisive action on enemy high-value targets. In this scenario, enemy communication tower is to be destroyed. The section conducts a raid and successfully accomplishes the mission. In such a scenario, all personnel need to be highly skilled in close fighting combat. These highly trained personnel do not capture and hold a location, but quickly retreat to a previous defended position before enemy forces can respond in a coordinated manner to formulate a counter-attack. With the successful destruction of the communications tower, the troops will now move to another location for their next mission. Meanwhile, a cavalry troop from the 2nd Regiment Royal Armoured Corps is advancing as the covering force, consisting of 4 AV 8x8 Gempita 30mm and 2 AV 8x8 Gempita anti-tank guided weapon. They are maneuvering in a caterpillar movement while conducting reconnaissance, intelligence surveillance and target acquisition far forward in the 3rd Division Deep Area of Operation along the Air Hitam Kluang Sembrong route. Their mission is to gather intel on enemy activities and restricted enemy recon activity. These troops are also capable to detect and destroy small-scale infantry troops and enemy tanks. The armored recon vehicle are now under attack by enemy suppressing fire. They are now taking cover to return fire onto the enemy infantry sections on target number 5 and 6. The remainder of the vehicles are now also taking up position while the other vehicle provide covering fire to obtain a good line of sight and line of fire. While the Gempita 30mm recon vehicle conducts covering fire onto target number 5, the troop leader vehicle jockey and approaches the recon vehicle to confirm the information.
Hello 19, this is 1-1. Request confirmation of the enemy location. I repeat, request confirmation of the enemy location. Over. Call sign 51 Alpha will be deployed for detection. Over.
You just heard the radio communication where the troop leader makes contact with the Gempita surveillance to locate and identify the enemy. The armored fighting vehicle surveillance can be deployed to assist the front team or troops to make effective area surveys and battlefield analysis, enable forward plans to be made systematically and relevant to current needs. The three levels of capability in identifying entities detected by the radar system are detection, recognition, and identification. At this moment, the surveillance is called forward to locate the enemy accurately and report to the commanders.
Hello 1-1, this is 51 Alpha. Target confirm. Target 5 distant. 4-6 all mic. Target 6 5-9 all mic. Over.
The Gempitas will engage targets number 5 and 6 in converging mode to destroy the enemy.
Hello, call sign 1-1, this is 1-1. Ready for converging fire. Team A to engage target number 5, Team B to engage target number 6. On my call. I'm on. Ready to fire. Firing now.
Enemy destroyed Gempita surveillance and cavalry troop leaving the battle position and to continue the advance. Making its way from the rear, left and right of the grandstand into Gemas range are the Augusta 109 light observation helicopters establishing an air observation post on the right and left to direct friendly artillery fire at designated targets or coordinate counter-battery fire with an objective to weaken the enemy's combat capability in deep areas. The Army Aviation Unit as the Air Recon Regiment has been modernized with the state-of-the-art light observation helicopters and equipped with high-technology weapon systems. Its role is to gather and disseminate vital information and intelligence to the Land Force Commander in order to see the wider spectrum of the battle space.
Samudra, this is your combined enemy sighted. Target number 2 and number 6. Clear for fire. This is Samudra, ready for fire.
After confirming the target, the air observation post will direct the gunship to engage them. The radio communication states an enemy location sighted and to be engaged. Please shift your attention to the left arc of Gemas Range. Observe from hill on your left, where the Super Lynx and Phoenix gunship are conducting the nap of Earth tactical flying maneuver at treetop level to achieve element of surprise to order to engage the enemy. The Super Lynx and Phoenix that you just witnessed engaging targets number 2 and 6 are multi-role maritime helicopters and can be deployed either from ship or shore installations. Upon completing the firing, the Super Lynx and Phoenix makes its way out of Gemas range. Meanwhile, with the completion of the first wave of engagement, the two Augusta 109 are now conducting battle damage assessment. The aircraft commander assesses that the target is not completely neutralized. For your information, the Augusta 109 Light Observation Helicopter are from the Tactical Recon Squadron, 881 Army Aviation Regiment. Armed with a 6-barrel 7.62mm M1340 hybrid Gatling gun, this weapon is to provide self-protection, security, and additional fire support to the ground troops with the capability of firing up to 3,000 rounds per minute. The Augusta conducts a maneuver and takes up firing position for the second engagement to destroy the remaining enemy elements on targets number 2 and number 6. The Army Aviation Commander is able to determine the overall operational situation in order to concentrate his combat power to defeat the enemy. This unit acts as a force multiplier to the Formation Commander as well as the eyes and ears for the Commander to combat the enemy forces effectively. Now to impose a complete neutralization of enemy elements, here comes the MD-530G Scout attack helicopter to engage targets number 6 and 8 to destroy the remaining enemy. The MD-530G is a next-generation armed scout attack helicopter. It is designed to provide enhanced agility and firepower for the armed forces. The armed aerial scout helicopter can provide a comprehensive battlefield command and control coordination for the successful execution of attack, recon, and security missions. This helicopter is able to attack and destroy light armored vehicles and enemies at a range of 500 meters to 7 kilometers, other than having the agility to perform air recon. Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, enemy neutralized and the air assets make its way out of Gemas range after successful air operation. Approaching from the left are the Combat Team Bravo and Combat Team Charlie, which are part of the battle group that can be combined to balance against the strength of the enemy forces. Smoke is released to screen the movement of the combat team. The composition of a combat team can be organized into 4 ratios, namely tank heavy, mech heavy, solely tank or solely mech. You are now witnessing the maneuver of Combat Team Charlie, the mechanized heavy combat team, with a composition of 9 AV 8x8 Gempita and 4 PT-91M Pendekas. Meanwhile, the MD-530G takes up position on the left and right of the column to provide flank security. The AV 8x8 Gempita has 2 variants, namely the 30mm and the 25mm. The 25mm variant is equipped with the 25mm Bushmaster M242, the 7.62mm machine gun, and the smoke and fragmentation grenade. It has an effective range of 1,500 meters and weighs 28,947 kilograms, with a maximum speed of 100 kilometers per hour on road and 8 kilometers per hour in swim mode. As for the 30mm variant, it is equipped with a 30mm cam gun and a 7.62mm coaxial machine gun. It also has ventilated face mask system with a gas particle filter, having an effective range of 2,200 meters and has night vision capabilities. Now making its entrance from the left are the PT-91M main battle tanks. The PT-91M Pendeka main battle tanks is armed with a 125mm smoothbore gun as main armament, 7.62mm GPMG coaxial machine gun, and a 12.7mm anti-aircraft machine gun. The vehicle column passing through now are the logistics element, which is called A echelon. This element consists of armored vehicle fitter, armored engineering vehicle, armored recovery vehicle, heavy recovery vehicle, armored ambulance and the ammo truck. Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, approaching from the right of Gemas Range are the Sukhoi Su-30 MKM. The Sukhois are called in to conduct air interdiction in order to soften the ground of enemy high-value targets and provide an advantage to friendly forces to weaken enemy position. For your information, the employment of air assets in any part of an offensive operation is crucial to ensure that the mission given is attained within the time. This Sukhoi is a supermanual fighter of the Royal Malaysian Air Force with a variant of the Su-30 series with significant improvements. It can reach a maximum speed of 2,120 km per hour at high altitude and 1,350 km per hour at low altitude. Upon receiving the intel report from the light observation team, the gun commander will make preparation for his assets for the pre-H hour firing. And meanwhile, currently taking up positions are the 105mm PAC howitzer L5 and the 105mm LG Mark III, the 155mm G5 Mark III, the Adan Mortar 120mm and Gempita Armored Mortar Carrier 120mm and the Adan Mortar 81mm. As you can see now, the crews are making the preparation of their vehicles, guns and weapon systems in order to accomplish the mission given. During this preparation, all safety measures need to be taken into consideration at its highest level. Those officers in white armbands are safety officers who will ensure the safety of all personnel and assets under their supervision during this training. For the purpose of this training today, the guns deployed in this training depict 6 guns in a battery and 18 guns in the regiment for both the 105 and 155mm. The 105mm PAC howitzer L5 from the Close Support Regiment is the longest serving weapon in the Malaysian Armed Forces. It began its faithful service in 1960 with the establishment of the 1st Field Artillery Regiment. It was extensively deployed during the confrontation and counter-insurgency operations against the Malayan Communist Party and stands strong till this day as a reliable and versatile gun. The close support is placed in direct support to a brigade in any operations, with each battery to a battalion. It is located 1/3 behind the battalion and covers 2/3 forward up to 10,000 meters. As for the 155mm or medium support, the deployment is decided by the artillery commander based on the priority of operations and threat situations. The Adnan 120, Gempita 120mm and the 81mm are organic to a battle group. In an actual scenario, its deployment is based on the battle group commander's assessment, considering the terrain, threat and task given by higher formation. The position is at the depth of the fighting echelon. Besides providing fire support during PH-hour firing, these weapon systems are also utilized for counter-battery fire. This is conducted upon locating the enemy's indirect fire assets. Counter-battery fire is a battlefield tactic employed to defeat the enemy's indirect fire elements, such as guns, rocket launchers, artillery and mortars, including their target acquisition, command and control components. Counter-battery arrangements and responsibilities involve target acquisition, planning and control, and counter-fire. The final aspect of the CB equation is having available CB fire units and appropriate munitions. Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, protect your ears for the firing of the 155mm G5 Mark III on target number 3. The 105mm LG Mark III will now engage target number 7. The 105mm L5 pack howitzer will now engage target number 3. The 81mm mortars will now engage enemy at vicinity target number 3. The Gempita AMC 120mm will now engage target number 3. The Adnan 120mm will target number 3. After successful PHO firing, the artillery and infantry units will move to a subsequent location in order to provide continuous fire support for the offensive operations. Meanwhile, please allow me to provide some information on the weapon system used during the pre-HO firing. The 105mm L5 Hauser is not only perform indirect fire but also employed as a mountain gun and anti-tank role. This weapon can fire a maximum of 5 rounds per minute with a maximum range of 10,000 meters. The 105mm LG Mark III is designed for intervention and rapid reaction forces. With a maximum range of 17 kilometers, it can be towed by a light vehicle, transported by an average helicopter, or parachuted by a tactical transport aircraft. A crew of 5 men is enough to make it operational and to shoot at the rate of at least 12 rounds per minute. As for the 155mm G5 Mark III, the gun is driven onto its platform using the auxiliary propulsion unit with a maximum speed of 16 km per hour. An experienced crew of 8 men commanded by a sergeant can bring the gun into action in less than 2 minutes. Its maximum range is 40.5 kilometers at a maximum rate of 3 rounds per minute. While the 120mm mortar can reach a maximum range of 8,178 meters for high explosive and 12,950 meters for rocket-assisted projectile, making it a highly lethal weapon with a blast radius of 60 meters. Meanwhile, the Adnan equipped with the M86 Expel Spain 81mm mortar with a maximum range of 6,900 meters and a high rate of fire, firing up to 12 rounds per minute. This weapon is highly versatile and not affected by dead ground. During each hour, direct fire is provided to cover the movement of troops to the objective and further suppress the enemy. Each hour is a specific time on D-Day on which hostilities begin. When used in planned operations, this is the specific time at which the main operations begin. In this scenario, the H hour is the time when the assaulting troops crosses the line of departure. The establishment of the direct fire support base is crucial to the offensive operation. During the bombardment before each hour, the direct fire support base group will take up their firing position as per orders given. While the DFSB group moved into the location, the air defense artillery detected enemy drone entering the DFSB location. The local warning issued is to alert friendly forces on enemy presence in their vicinity. This is to enable them to prepare for offensive air defense action. In the build-up to the pre-HOA deployment, an enemy drone has been spotted hovering over friendly location. The air defense unit is currently assigned at another area of operation. Hence, the need to employ an all-arms air defense is crucial. The all-arms air defense is conducted by employing all available weapon systems within the unit. The air defense artillery air spotter issued a warning to provide a more detailed information on the enemy's drone route and flight direction. This is to enable the troops to coordinate fire and generate a high volume of fire to effectively neutralize the enemy drone. In order to neutralize the air threat in this scenario, the following assets are deployed: 1 infantry section, 2 Mini 5.56mm, GPMG 7.62mm, the HMG 12.7mm, and 2 Lipan Bara. Enemy drone successfully neutralized and the DFSB continued the movement into the location. The Adan 40mm with a maximum range of 2,212 meters will engage targets number 2 and number 4. The Lipanbai will engage target number 4. The Webtec AGL 40mm with maximum range of 2,212 meters will engage target number 2 and target number 4. The Wemtec HMG 12.7mm with a maximum distance of 6,800 meters will engage target number 2 and number 4. The Adnan 12.7mm will engage targets number 5 and target number 8. The Adnan 25mm with a maximum distance of 9,000 meters and effective range of 2,500 meters will engage target number 5 and target number 6. Now please shift your focus to your far left where the Adnan Bakhtashikan will fire on target number 7. Now please focus to your far right. The computer ATGW Ingwe, equipped with a 127mm rocket launcher, will engage target number 3. Once the assaulting troops approach the objective, the direct fire support base will cease firing and move to an alternate location to avoid hostile fire and provide continuous fire support. For your information, the variation of weapon systems at the DFSB pertains to the numerous range covered and the type of target engaged. The combination of fire and coordination ensures that all target, irrespective of its nature, is destroyed. For example, the Gatling gun mounted on the Lipan Bara has a high rate of fire to suppress enemy in defensive area, while the heavy machine gun is highly accurate and used to weaken the enemy. Now approaching from the right is the Sukhoi Su-30 MKM, a multi-role aircraft to deploy to counter airstrikes, counter land and counter sea missions. The Sukhoi is currently providing close air support to deny enemy reinforcements. Meanwhile, here comes the MD-530G helicopters to conduct flank protection for the tank heavy column. Air recon indicated that 3 enemy reinforcement tanks have been sighted closing in fast to the enemy defensive position, vicinity target number 7. The Armor Heavy Combat Team, called sign Combat Team Bravo, is tasked to neutralize enemy tanks. Comprising 2 tank troops and 1 mechanized platoon, this combination aims to balance against the strength of the enemy forces. The ability to maneuver rough terrain is arguably the best feature of a tracked vehicle, as it provides speed and the flexibility to dictate the ground. Meanwhile, to cover the movement of the combat team, 2 pendekas will engage target number 7. Please protect your ears. While the combat team Bravo take up their battle position, the MD-530G helicopters will engage a column of enemy at vicinity target number 6. Before assaulting any objectives, support fire will be provided to the combat team based on the suitability of the fire plan and conducted to harass the enemy, covering the movement of combat team and neutralize enemy forces. Combat teams are task organized, equipped and trained to accomplish their assigned missions. This is executed through the efficient and balanced grouping of a tank regiment or mechanized battalion and other assigned assets by higher headquarters. Combat team apply their mobility, firepower and shock effect in order to conduct sustained combat operations in all environments, accomplish rapid movement and limited penetration, exploit success and pursue a defeated enemy as part of a larger formation, conduct security operations such as advance, flank or rear guard for a larger force, conduct defensive, withdrawal or other operations within assigned area of operations, and conduct offensive operations. Please focus to your right, general area of target number 9, as Combat Team Bravo conducts maneuver to take up battle position. For your information, a battle position is an area sighted tactically from which the fighting element of the armor engages the enemy with direct fire from a well-concealed fire position. The location should be such that it does not restrict mobility, firepower, and flexibility of the combat team. As soon as the tanks occupy the battle position, it will take up the hull down position. Hull down is when the hull of the tank is in cover and only the turret is visible and exposed. Combat Team Bravo is now ready to engage the enemy reinforcement tanks. The Pendekas are currently firing at the enemy tanks at target number 7, while the MIF will be engaging targets number 6 and 8. For information, the Pendekas also equipped with the Obra system to detect and protect by launching smoke screen to deny enemy laser targeting systems. It is protected by the explosive reactive armor from any kind of anti-tank projectiles. Combat Team Bravo is conducting a jockey at the left and right of the firing position. The Malaysian infantry fighting vehicles equipped with a 12.7mm heavy machine gun and a 7.62mm general purpose machine gun are conducting simultaneous firing with the Pendekas with a 1 to 5mm smoothbore gun. After a successful mission, Combat Team Bravo will now move to the next location to continue with the offensive operations. For your information, tanks and mechanized infantry are organic to brigades. The brigade commander may employ the battalions or squadron without attachment, or he may organize them for combat by cross-attachment. Tank squadrons and mechanized companies normally operate directly under control of one of the regiments or battalions. Currently, the Super Lynx and the Fennex will be hovering around to provide flank protection for the combat team Mac Heavy to conduct its operations. After the success of Combat Team Bravo, a mechanized heavy combat team have been tasked to deny the advance of enemy forces. Call sign Combat Team Charlie, it will conduct a rolling forming up position and line of departure to initiate engagement of enemy forces position with fire support from the PHO fire and the direct fire support base. Please protect your ears for tanks will engage target number 7. With the tanks destroyed, Combat Team Charlie will now take up position with a 3-up formation to engage the remaining targets. What we're seeing now is the vehicle craft of the infantry section. As soon as the vehicles reach the objective, the section would dismount the vehicle sequentially. The section commander controls and ensures that the section is properly positioned towards the enemy. The distance between every personnel is essential in order to make sure that no one is in harm's way and the concentration of fire can be effectively concentrated towards the enemy. The rocket-propelled grenade RPG-7, which is part of the combat team, will engage target number 2, while the section will engage target number 9. All vehicles and assault troops will now cease fire on company commander's orders. All section will mount their respective vehicles controlled by the section commander while maintaining the vehicle crafts. You will now hear the radio comm between the section commander and the tank commander requesting sighting and engagement of enemy tanks to facilitate their movement.
Tango 31 Alpha, this is India 32 Bravo. Enemy tank spotted at target number 7. Fire when ready. Over.
Please protect your ears as the enemy will be engaged at target number 7. Your Majesty, ladies and gentlemen, we have just witnessed the art of maneuver and successful operations of a combat team mechanized heavy. Meanwhile, our Superlings and Phalanx will conduct a maneuver and provide us a show before leaving Gemas range. Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the training today signifies the integration of various weapon systems and capabilities in a joint operation spectrum. The offensive actions simulated today witness the employment of Navy and Air Force assets in assisting and augmenting the fighting capabilities of the land component. It is achieved through a rigorous and detailed appreciation process at all levels of command to ensure a feasible, acceptable, suitable and distinguishable plan that achieves the higher commander intent. In this scenario, the plan emphasized on the approach of a maneuver warfare to halt the enemy advance and deny their intent. For your information, maneuver warfare is a key concept influencing the way the Malaysian Armed Forces conducts operations. The maneuver approach to warfare emphasizes the shattering or at least disruption of the enemy's overall cohesion and will to fight, rather than concentrating on destruction of the enemy's material or holding of the enemy's territory. The maneuvering approach also emphasizes the need to take the initiative and to apply unacceptable pressure at times and places and in ways where the enemy least expects. To apply this approach, the focus is on achieving the precise application of decisive effort, incorporating use of surprise where possible against accurately identified critical vulnerabilities. In the application of maneuver warfare concepts today, we have witnessed how various assets are employed in its optimized capacity to impose significant damage and further negate the will to fight of the hostile forces. The ability to break their cohesion is achieved through the effective coordination of fire and their continuous offensive momentum applied throughout the operations. This training has provided a clear picture of the mechanism of a division in attack, focusing on the combat team in both tank heavy and mech heavy group, while being supported by support weapons, namely the mortars, artillery, and further augmented by the Navy and the Air Force. Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the time taken to prepare for the final firing is crucial, as safety precautions and precedents are given much importance at a range such as this. Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have witnessed the destructive firepower of individual weapon systems. Let us now experience the combined deafening and disastrous impact of all the weapon systems in this training. Ending our segment today is the thunderous impact of firing by the All-Lincoln 35mm to target number 7, Adnan 25mm to target number 8, Lipan Bala to target number 9, Gempita 25mm to target number 6, Gempita 30mm to target number 3, Pendeka to targets number 3 and 7, Bakta Shikan to target number 7, Gempita ATGW to target number 3, 105mm Pack Howitzer to target number 3, 105mm LG1 Mark III to target number 7, 155mm G5 Mark III to target number 3. And you just heard the firing of the indirect fire weapon system from the gun positions of G19, G34 and G36, whereby a battery of 155mm G5, a battery of 105mm and a platoon of 81mm is conducting firing onto target number 10 at your respective schedules. Meanwhile, the Bakta Shikan and Ingwe will fire at the count of 3 and the rest of the command of fire. Allow me to remind you that this would be a truly deafening moment, Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Now the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fire! A precise and thunderous hit on the targets, precision, agility, passion, commitment and firepower. You have seen it all. Once again, let's give the men of the Firepower Training 2023 a great round of applause. Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the firing marks the end of the dynamic segment of Firepower Training 2023. We sincerely hope that this has provided valuable knowledge on firepower in a combat zone. It also has given all of us a glimpse of the immense destruction caused by such a might of fire. On that note, our sincere gratitude and thank you very much. We cordially invite His Majesty and distinguished guests to the pavilion for a photo session.
Tes, 1, 2. Tes.
Ampun Tuanku, Patik Pung kena nak cerita bergambar sebanyak 1 sesi saja. Ampun Tuanku, perintah dijunjung. Ampun Tuanku, acara bergambar telah selamat disempurnakan. Terima kasih Tuanku.
Duduk. Duduk.
Mohon perhatian kepada semua penonton, para anggota dan pegawai yang berada di OP3, yang berada di Grandstand OP3, sila bergerak ke lokasi yang seterusnya. Ladies and gentlemen, announcing His Majesty the Sri Paduka Baginda Yang Dipertanggung departs from OP3.